Hi everyone, welcome back to Riffs and Gigs Interviews. Today, I can't quite believe I'm saying this, but today I'm joined by Fabio from Trollfest,
Everybody's the dancing floor. Get your freak on and dance like there's no tomorrow. Like there's no tomorrow. Dance.
which is really exciting. Hello, how are we doing?
I'm doing quite well. It's very nice talking to you, and I have I've been refreshed after a quite turbulent, intense tour.
I was going to say
Um,
I I checked the poster beforehand. We're nearing about a month or so since that's all wrapped up now, haven't we? Because that was what
oh yeah, it's actually getting there.
beginning of
Yeah, it was
February.
last was on the 8th. It says here.
Yeah.
Good thing I have my pass here because that's where we have all the dates, and without this, I wouldn't remember it.
I was going to say how was the tour of what you can remember of it?
It was very good. It was in some ways a very calm tour. So I have been on tours where there was way heavier drinking, but there were a lot of long drives and not so many days off. So it was a lot of fun. We were really lucky with a combination of people on board. No big egos, no people want to be in the spotlight. We're all just helping each other out, and we're all in the same boat for the same reasons. If we would like to make big money, we would do some other stuff, and everyone, the techs are just as much as part of this as we are. So we were all on the same wavelength mentally. So given that, it was very, very, very good run. Definitely a tour I will remember until the day I die. To say it like that, made some very good friends along the way. And without that, I'm not sure how well I would have taken that tour, because it was otherwise pretty hard. It's hard work. It's hard work being on tour. That's what I can say. Well, there's many stories, but we can get into that.
That's the thing, because I mean, I caught the tour in Wolverhampton at KK Steel Mill, which was my first time going to the venue. I'm assuming yours as well, or
Yeah, it was my first time. I am pretty sure. I joined the band in 2018, and then of course COVID hit a little bit
yeah.
after that. So I myself haven't been that much to Britain. We've had some gigs, of course, like we played Bloodstock and um, um, yeah, well, different festivals, and yeah, this tour we did four gigs in the UK. Three.
Four maybe.
Let me check the. But yeah, we did some gigs in the UK, and KK Steel Mill was a very nice venue.
Yeah.
One thing I really took a note of is the people working there. Very nice people. So I would recommend that for artists at least.
Yeah, I mean, it was like I said, it was my first time going to the venue, and it's one of those venues that's very iconic in the UK metal scene. But
Yeah, I
for
understood
what-
that
for whatever
when I
reason,
got
I've
there.
just not made the journey there myself. So I was quite glad to finally go there as well, as a fan of live music.
Yeah, yeah, it's I remember coming there and seeing kind of the history plastered around the walls, and like, oh, okay, yeah, this is not just another venue. This is actually kind of a cultural. It's its own scene in a way, it seems. So very interesting. I would love to go back again. Absolutely.
Well, I'm already counting down till you're coming over here again because I know you don't. Yeah, you haven't really toured around the UK too much, or at least as far as I'm aware. Um, so
Yeah,
as soon as
we've the people in the UK are great. The crowd is like I remember, especially at the steel mill, there were some legendary moments there. So we definitely want to come back and do maybe like a week tour or something, week 10 days. Of course, if it was up to me, we'd do a world tour. But it seems like the UK would love to have some more with a certain package. We've been lucky to tour with a lot of really great bands, and be able to see all this. But yeah, uh, it's kind of interesting. We haven't done a headlining tour.
yeah,
The band hasn't done a headlining tour in a very long time. But it seems like from the reception of people, and we've made it a habit. It seems our vocalist has made it a habit to ask how many people have seen us before, and a lot of places we've taken notice that we are playing in front of big crowds for basically Korpiklani
yeah,
and Fintroll headlining. And we see sometimes up to half of the hands in the crowd go up, which means that people have seen us before and would maybe like to come see us again. So hopefully, I'm not like there's no real plans, but I would love to do maybe a minor headlining tour.
mm.
Or of course, that's now I'm just like blowing shit out of my ass. Sorry, but, or of course, what's more likely immediately is joining someone else on
Yeah,
some kind of tour. We've been talking to different bands, and um, uh, we will very likely come back. That's what we can say. We don't have anything directly planned, but I can say that the Trollfest train is gonna go 20 miles an hour, but it's
in in
gonna
in
continue. So
in the right
we'll
lane,
be there
hopefully.
in 1,000 years, but we'll be there.
And that's what I really liked as a fan at the gig was you get a lot of gigs where it's like people are only going for the headliners, and so like the first few bands it's just empty, but the crowd throughout the whole night, at least in Wolverhampton, that was pretty consistent throughout. So it was really nice to see everybody there watching everyone, which is great.
Absolutely, yeah. I also think me myself, personal opinion, I think we were very lucky with the first band, the Dread Crew of Oddwood, because we did the tour with them in the United States in 2024,
Mm.
together with Tyr, um, and Either Realm, actually,
Oh,
also a very good band if you know them, from United States. So the Dread Group Oddwood, first off, are a kick-ass warm-up band. When I heard them before we were going on tour, I kind of thought it was like pirate metal because it
mm.
sounds so aggressive, because it sounds like metal. But then I saw them and I was like, this is acoustic with like microphones. There's no like jack going into like electronic pickup, or maybe there is. I will check those cheaters. But anyways, it's acoustic music, so like they make this insane metal vibe with acoustic instruments, and they're really good musicians. Fantastic people too. Hardworking guys, and it shows, so that they really got the crowd going.
Mm.
And I think also a lot of people in Europe have kind of been waiting for them, so they had their own fan base showing up for them, who have been waiting for them to finally get a proper Europe tour. So the entire package was great. As like you said, everyone was there from the beginning. Like the Dread Crew does their thing completely different than all the other bands. It has some similarities, of course, but there's no competition in sound, as some kind of like, sometimes I love extreme metal, of course, also, but in the, for example, tech death scene, you have tours with 3 bands that basically do almost the same kind of music, like extreme tech death with insane solos, and then next band insane tech death with insane solos, and then the third band it's Archspire. It's faster than everyone else, but it's, yeah, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I love that stuff where it's just like this whole of just insane tech death. But on this tour I really noticed that the contrast it didn't like turn into this we've been lucky that it rarely does that, because we always do something completely different. The Red Crew does their pirate acoustic thing, and then we come in and we do something completely different, but it's somehow like a little bit related because of course the folk a core of it, of course. So the band spirit in our band has developed a little bit. It's gotten very experimental, but we can talk about that later. And then of course after was Heidefolk, and that's completely different again from both Trollfest and the Dread Crew. And then first we had Moon Sorrow.
Yeah.
For some dates. And then Finn Troll. So also different vibes. And then Korpiklani to top it off. Does their own thing. There's no single band that kind of really overlapped in sounding very much alike. And it's still kind of with the way Red Crew is a great warm-up band. So are we, I guess. We have been playing first many times. Sorry, that sounded a little bit cocky, but we are not great headliners, but we're really good to get the crowd going. No. Yeah, it was a great package where the mood just escalated naturally in a very nice way, without having like any serious dips or too big contrasts between the band. There was like a silver lining, or like a red thread, whatever you say, going through the entire theme, and it was just a very good package. That's what I can say.
Yeah, and as a fan of that, it all felt really cohesive. Obviously, like you said, Oddwood did their thing, you did your thing, and then the rest of the night went on. But it all worked, gelled together really well. So it was really well put together. And was this the first time you've played with Korpiklani? Because obviously you've worked with them on the Flamingo Overlord album, but have you played together before, or?
Yeah, the band and Korpiklani go way back. As I said, I joined in 2018, and they already went way back by that time. They did the original, if I'm not mistaken, Heidenfest way back. So yeah, they're really good friends, and we're really good friends. It works really nicely. Kind of because of the same reasons we just talked about, the similarities in many ways, because of the absurdity and the craziness in many ways, I guess. Works really well together, but the sound doesn't sound anything alike. So we're not really overlapping in that way. So it seems to be a combo that has worked quite nicely over the years, and
Yeah,
we're really happy to be that they yeah, apparently like us and like that combo. That's great.
let's keep it going. See more of
Oh
it.
yeah, we will. You might have seen the Happy Little Booster music video. If not, you should check it out. We like those guys. We like those guys.
So obviously you said you kind of joined kind of 2018. How did you get involved with the band then?
Um, that was after their previous guitarist left. Um, I was basically at the right time in the right space. I had time for it. I had just had a period in my life where I basically played guitar for like 10 hours a day for like 2 years in a row by then. Um, and I didn't play guitar in the band. So they put out a message on Facebook, basically like, "Oh, we're searching for guitarists. This can be you." And I'm like, "Yeah, I live in Oslo. I play guitar, and I'm ready to go. This is my time." I've known about the band since they started basically in 2004, or when they released their first stuff. So when I was a teenager, uh, it was just like the perfect timing, golden ticket for me. Um, can't be happier.
Yeah, and the rest is history.
Yeah, well, let's see what kind of history we'll make very
Because
slowly.
I think I think I got into you guys around 2019, 2020, and then obviously really loved the covers EP, the Happy Heroes stuff that you did. Completely bonkers, completely absurd. What where did that idea come from? Just let's take these songs, just troll festify them.
On the Happy Heroes, sorry, when you said covers, I thought you meant like no,
Oh,
the covers on the Happy Heroes. Um, it's kind of hard to say sometimes why we do things. That's the interesting thing. um, we have been flirting with a lot of covers. We like music, and especially in the way we do things. It's kind of strange somehow. No matter what we do, as long as we do it and decide to go completely nuts with it, which of course we do. Why would we hold back on the chaos? We're not going to do that. It's gonna sound like Trollfest almost no matter what we play. And some melodies are really good. For example, the toxic melody immediately, that was I think the first real cover, um, or they might have done something before, but
yeah.
that melody is just ripe for some covers just kind of come naturally, because it's just, as I said, the melody is ripe for just like harvesting that Balkan metal saxophone craziness.
Yeah, that sums it up. I think the it's 20 miles an hour with a little saxophone breakdown in the middle. That was great seeing it live, just because the saxophone is just as crazy live as it is on the record. I'm like,
Yeah.
nice. It's great stuff.
I would say slightly crazier live than on the record. To be honest, our saxophonist is quite a beast.
I mean, you guys live are crazy enough. I mean, whose idea was the flamingo outfits? I just
Um, that was a thing that was already brewing before I joined. So it's a thing that goes way back, before even Norwegian fairy tales.
oh, nice.
Yeah, so it was this thing they were brewing on for some time, and after Norwegian Fairy Tales, the concept was basically done. We had the plan. The flamingos have been hard at work for a long time, but of course, um, the reason why they probably didn't do it immediately was it needed some time.
Yeah.
Of course, they would probably have some more information on that. So let's do interview number 2, where we get them in here. But yeah, it of course developed as we went, and especially after the lyrics started setting and the album cover started coming in, it started taking shape. And how
Yeah.
absurd it turned out live is absolutely not something we planned at all. Actually, most of what we do is really not very directly planned. For example, most a lot of our videos are basically just improv. We have our props, and we have like a vague idea of something happening, and we just like make up shit as we go,
That's
which often works out very well. Of course, we've had some videos, or there's always like a rough, and we have directors taking care. We don't put up the cameras and not ourselves. We have some very good
mm,
people who put up the scenes and have like a vague, more or less like timeline, and then we discuss along as we go how exactly we're gonna execute it, which turned out really funny. And in again the um, Happy Little Booster music video, Corpo Clowny cover. Um, we Martin, the previous guitar player, which I took over for, actually directed that, and he had kind of the narrative and a lot of things planned. But yeah, some of the funnier nuances are just like yeah, we just do things and it turns out well, even though we don't even, I didn't even know why we're doing this, why we recorded the cover of this song and we're doing a music video of it. So like, okay, I'll just
it's
go, and
just
it turned out apparently pretty good.
just roll with it. Just
um,
roll with it. It works.
that's pretty much the theme, and that's a very actually very liberating thing, because we're all also very serious musicians. So we're just like letting go of all of that, like, oh, I have to do this, like, no, just like, we're gonna go and it's gonna turn out great. And it somehow always does, so we're just gonna continue doing that.
I was gonna say, if you got a favorite kind of video shoot that you've been on, or are they all kind of as fun?
Hmm. Video shoot, well, I can say um I really liked the Don't Worry Be Happy cover, actually. That's one, definitely. It was the only music video that we shot at a certain level. It's a very high quality video. We put a lot of energy in that, so I really want to have more like cinematic
Mm,
videos like that. Um, but also, if it's a video, really, the live shoot we did with when we were competing for Eurovision. I don't know if you've seen that, where we're in the flamingo things and the flames are coming up and we look like super tacky. It's great.
I'm glad you brought that up because otherwise I was going to. How did that come about? How did you get into the running?
um, they asked us, or wait, I'm not. I don't know what. Yeah, I'm just. They asked us, so we. we're like, I was not very into it, but we did it. We did it, and I'm really happy we did. I'm not very into the pop machine
Yeah.
myself. Especially I've been working in music retail previously, and I still do actually, but in a different way. And I don't like that money focus in that way. But besides that, the experience itself was absolutely amazing. So I'm happy we did that, because you can say what you want about the entire establishment or whatever. I'm not going to get into that, but the people working the jobs there were some of the most professional people I've ever met in my life. Because Eurovision is extremely high level
Yeah.
enterprise, or whatever you can call it. It's a big thing. So the production is completely on point. Every single person that did every single step was completely on top of it. So it was really, really cool experience working in basically a top level live music television broadcast, and performing vocals for me on live television was very interesting experience. You can also ask our vocalist Trollman about that. Definitely, it was quite. It turned out really good. So yeah, it was a very cool experience, but also like a really head scratcher, to be honest. Like, but that's kind of a theme in our band, I guess. Like, why are we doing this? Oh, it's like, oh, it's, okay, this again works out. Why are
I,
we princesses now? Okay, then it was a thing. It was fun, and then now we were flamingos, and that's a fun thing. And we're gonna do something else next.
I was gonna say, to this day, I still say you guys were robbed. It would have been great to see you get to Eurovision. Did you even though even though you didn't get to the finals, did you still feel like that had a positive impact on you guys as musicians and as kind of a band?
Um, in some ways, yes. Not in any like big breakthrough way, not at all. Which would have been nice, which might have happened if we got to Europe, but one can dream. Yeah, whatever. We definitely got some traction, especially from um, a audience that normally maybe isn't into metal at all.
Yeah,
Because especially with the theme we have right now with the flamingos, uh, it's very eye catching. So people, like, no matter what, we met so many people at festivals who are like, I don't know what's going on, but this is hilarious. So yeah, plenty of stuff like that. Um, Definitely. But we would like, it would have been nice for it to kind of be have become a thing where people recognize the name
yeah.
when they see it in not just the metal scene, because outside the metal scene it's still like Trollfest, no one knows, except for like these small pockets, as I said. Like there's some definitely some, and yeah, I think the entire flamingo thing, doing it on television, all that, did something to the band on how we see and perform. So we kind of definitely learned something from, again, maybe those technicians and all that, how things are supposed to be. Very, if we do that, that's You can ask the technicians from the tour, but we try. Um, yeah, um, I could go on and on and on and on. Yes.
Yeah, so I guess kind of my last question really is obviously, you know, you've been flamingos, you've explored a few other things. How much can you say about what's kind of coming next? How much, or is there something? Is the plan to stay flamingos for a bit longer?
Oh, let me take a swig of this beer first before I must choose my words wisely, or else my bandmates might kill me. No, I'm just kidding. Um, I guess I'm not gonna spoil anything really.
Absolutely.
Besides, it's not spoiling, but Flamingo Overlord was very experimental in ways, which the band has always been, of course.
Yeah.
Um, uh, and although there are definitely experimental parts in the new album, I'm not gonna lie. It's not quite as probably flashy in that way as Flamingo Overlord, but it's gonna be definitely way more intense. Uh, what I can say, it's a lot more thrashy and black metal and death metal stuff. More, I don't want to say directly a throwback to the old days.
Yep.
It's not directly that, but it's definitely more towards the Balkan thing, more than the thing we did on Flamingo Overlord, which is just we went nuts with experimenting with all kinds of stuff, all kinds of genres, which we still do. I'm not gonna lie again, but not to that point, because we kind of, which was the theme with Flamingo Overlord, I guess,
Yeah.
just taking it all the way with like, yeah, if you've heard it and seen us, um, um, it's gonna, of course, we're always gonna feel. You'll have to see how we're gonna do it, but it's gonna be definitely, the music itself is gonna be. It's already recorded and being um, mixed as we speak. We've heard some first first tests, and it sounds absolutely excellent. Very punchy, very punchy. Lots of saxophone. Lots of blast beats, lots of double bass. We were in the studio, and someone had a comment. I don't know who it was. That is it a little bit much double bass?
You can
Is
never
it
have
much?
too much.
No, you cannot have too much, and especially you're asking the wrong band here. So like, is it too much? Like, is it too much? Is it too much?
It's this
Yes, I know what we're doing. So yeah,
more.
it's gonna be heavy. If you like the heavier stuff, then that's gonna be banger.
Oh, I'll keep an eye out. I'm intrigued straight away. So
Yeah, I hope you would like it. We
yeah,
don't know exactly. We don't have any dates to any release or anything. I can't say anything more than that, but it's
that's
gonna
absolutely fair.
be excellent. So I hope you're looking forward to that.
I am. So that's good. You've you've
I'm
you've 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 piqued my
very
interest
intrigued.
well enough to me to jump on the pre-orders.
Oh, okay. I don't know if there are going to be pre-orders yet. I have no idea about that. I play guitar. I'm not a businessman.
I'm the same. I just go up on stage, play guitar. I don't do any logistical stuff.
Yeah,
I just about play guitar.
I show up in the merch and say hi. Bring.
questioning me when I walk up with a hot dog. You know,
Like, oh, I kind of regret not having one of those. I didn't have one.
they were pretty good to be fair.
Yeah, for
For
for the viewers who didn't
yeah.
see this, this was part of the first conversation where when we met, we took a picture in the merch, and he had this hot dog, and I was really hungry at the time too. So we're taking a picture, and I kind of leaned over and said, "Wow, that smells so amazing." It's almost like I really wanted to take a bite. You would probably would have let me take a bite, I think.
I would, yes. I wouldn't. I wouldn't have probably noticed until I walked away and was like, "Hang on a minute."
Yeah, as I said, I really regret not having one. Then I have a reason to come to KK Steel Mill once again for the
make
delicious
make
hot dogs.
make the journey just for a hot dog.
Yes.
No gig, no nothing. Just go there for a hot
Uh,
dog.
and if it's closed, I'll just like rattle the door.
Please, please.
Give me for the hot dogs.
And what I'll do is I'll put in that picture in this so it'll actually make sense to people. Or I might just leave it to their imagination and they can imagine what the picture looks like. Who knows?
I like imagination.
Yeah, they can imagine. I'd like to see what they imagine like this nice hot dog to be when it's just a normal hot dog.
Oh, in my mind, it was still like the most delicious thing ever. It smelled like heaven. Come to KK Steel Mill and eat the hot dogs there.
That's the promo for the venue sorted. So they'll have you back in no time.
Oh, nice. I love them back already.
Definitely, but no. Thank you so much for coming on here and taking the time. You know, massively appreciated it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It was a really fun one. I enjoy talking to people. It's great.
And
Humans are nice sometimes.
and yeah, absolutely. When you do get the new stuff kind of rolling out, I'd absolutely love to kind of review it, whatever, etc. So
Yeah, feel free to hit us up and
yeah,
let's do it.
sounds like a plan. And yeah, thank you so much for coming on. Really enjoyed it, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yeah, thank you very much. Likewise. I hope I don't get in trouble for anything I said now. I'm alone. I don't know what I can say or not. No, you have a good one. It was a pleasure, man.
Thank you so much.
Until next time,
Until
stay
next
safe
time.
or else.